Right, thanks for sticking with me. I'm back here again. Just going to plug away some more jobs on this, no particular plan, but I've been shopping and got some bits for this little GSXR thing here. I've got some new oil, bunch of stainless nuts for the rear sprocket. We'll get around to doing the change sprocket tonight, probably. Can't promise it yet, who knows. Oil filter goes without saying, a bunch of alley washers and things with drain plugs and like these guys on the top here for the rocker box. And got a part of a to-do list. So chain of sprockets, oil cooler, engine oil and filter, footrests, rear brake, want to cover on the pillion seat, carbs, give a bit of a refurb, no idea what's inside them, probably a garden. Fit the exhaust. Clutch is bound to be stuck, so we'll have that off and we'll give that a little clean inside. Prep the engine. That means, because the engine's been laid up for so long, we're going to have the plugs out and we'll give it a good soaking and let it marinate for a week or two before we just stab on the button and hope for the best. I'll probably stick a camera down there as well and just make sure we've got no tide marks in the bores, otherwise that'll just shut us down and we're taking the head off. And when we start it up, we'll pour the two-stroke mix in the tank as well, just to ease it back into life. New battery, connect up the speedo, front brakes. We're going to need pads and a strip down overall on them. General tap-it service stuff on the motor because it's unknown. Yeah, we know it's low miles, but it's probably never been done. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on, pick something and just do it and take it along with me. Let's get on it. As I said, I've got no particular order and I'm going to work any of this stuff tonight. I'm just going to pick stuff on the list and do it because otherwise it doesn't get done. Spark plugs don't look too terrible to start with. Put these in order. One thing I did notice when I cracked them off before I pressed play there, the plugs were not tight at all. So that's marvellous. Good. That one's well leaner than the others. Now let's get some spray, just fill that with some goo. If there's any tide mark around the rings, the blast of this will soften it up a bit. I'm not even going to put a spanner on this yet, because that can stay in there for a week. I'll stuff them plugs back in and I'll get on to something else. Some chain related stuff now. I hate doing chains. I know it's dead easy, but I just hate it. I hate that I can't move in here because I've got too much crap as well. too. We're going to end up with the wheel hubs here, aren't we? I think they've given me the wrong nuts. That's ace, I love it. Love it when they do that. So look, what are we going to do? Okay, so we figured them out. They had sent the right nuts, just different size hex for whatever reason. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Got some nice stainless ones on there. They'll probably outlive the bike. Next little thing is this, the front sprocket here. Now, as I said in the other video, I'm changing the ratio here. We're going from the standard 15 to a 16 because most of this bike's life is going to be on the motorway, riding across Europe. So we'll just keep the RPMs down a little bit by running the 42 on the back and the 16 on the front. Now, little tip for getting these things off, because these nuts are always stuck tight. First of all, get one of these things. My mate Dougie gave me this years ago, and it gets used all the time. They're about 100 quid, but well worth it given the amount of use I get out of it. But to get it off, like you just put it on there, right? It's just going to spin, yeah. Don't like doing it in gear, or fighting against the engine. So get your new sprocket, and just jam it there in between the case. And that guy's off. There we go, there's the difference there. The bolt that goes in here, the little pillar on the casting, we need to grind that away a little bit when we're fitting this guy on. And now it's going to make me out to be some sort of liar. Oh no, that's okay, we're on. I thought that wasn't going to go then. These have got a recess in the back there. Now I'll just spin that on freehand, and then when the chain's on, I'll do them up proper. We'll do that proper once the chain's on. Let's get this lead out of the way, so we don't have it in for a little bit. I'll find our chain. If it's an endless one, I'll take the wheel out. If it's not an endless one, then I've got a riveting tool that somebody gave me up there to try. I'll give that a shot. Right, we're going to split them there. This chain is Choho. Sounds quality. Japan spec. We'll be keeping an eye on this. I didn't buy it. I think somebody gave it me. Choho 550 300. Oh, look at that. We've got a split link as well. So we've got a rivet link and a split link. Okay, that's handy. Now, this being hardtail, it's way easier fitting a chain than on a stocker. I still hate doing it. Well, there is always a bit of a morale boost when you stick a new chain on that straight to the dirt. Perfect. Come on. We need to organise ourselves a little bit here. I'm going to get a chock for the wheel back in a second. Okay, so we're about 3 years later. from when I went to get that shock for the wheel. As usual, nothing in here is normal. Everything is a calamity, a disaster. You'd think just fitting a change of sprockets is a total. We've got the old knackered chain there, and we've rechecked the number of links. We've rechecked the number of teeth on the front sprocket on the old engine. I went and got the old rear sprocket out the bin. That's the same. Chain wouldn't fit. I even took the sprocket off the front. Anyway, long story short, I went and fished out the 15 tooth one out the bin. There's nothing wrong with it. So we're gonna put that on at least while we do sort of like a running period. I dare say once this has had a little bit of use, it'll stretch out to where I can put that 16 on, because it was damn close. It just wasn't having it. But anyway, I want this on now. I hate doing chains, and I want to try out this little tool here. We've got this box of bits. I believe these are about 20 quid, you know, $30, something like that. Probably made from the lowest grade Chinesium ever. But just giving it a quick look, there's no instructions, but just giving it a quick look, it seems fairly straightforward to use. It's not that different from the DID ones that I've used in dealerships before. Basically, you have these little formers. That's the blank one for the back, and then that guy there with the two holes in for the chain pins to go through. If I try and get you in a little bit closer to that, that's about as close as I can get you, I'm afraid. We've got the rivet link pushed in there, obviously with the two O-rings on the back. The way I think this is going to work is we put our plate on and we use that fella to wind the plate into place, and then we change that little end piece for one of the formers, and then just wang that up as hard as you can until these spread. Normally, if you're doing it the old hammer way, you wouldn't have it on the sprocket like this, because you wouldn't want to bend your sprocket. But with this thing, I think it's quite clever, because we can just do it right there where we can see. So yeah, let's got the bits, and we'll have a little go at it. See what happens. There's our crappy little pack of chain grease we got with the Joho chain. Sounds like a sneeze, doesn't it? There's some of the goop off anyway. No, we're not getting that out. I don't want to use too much on the back anyway. Just wipe a bit on there. That'll be fine. The Joho is actually an X-ring. I haven't got all that much faith in it, but you know, they don't snap. When chains snap, it's not because these things haven't been put on properly. Well, the Joho balances on there, all right. So we got our little gadget thing. Did I mention I hate doing chains? It's like fitting wheels. I've done it millions of times, and it's not difficult. I just hate it. I have absolutely no idea if that's going on or not. Yeah, it is. The good thing is it's really difficult, so that tells me it's far less likely to come apart. I think we need to reposition it though. My arm's probably in the way there, but there's room here in there. a little bit. You can probably see where we're trying to get to. We're going on a little wonky, I think. No, we can feel it. Right, that just felt like it changed gear then. Yeah, we are going on now. That's the only thing, keep checking that we are still turning. Both links still turning. And the spacing against the other links looks right, so yeah, really hard to start off, a little bit fiddly, but you know, that little thing's done okay there. Got a nice amount of stick out on the rivets there. So then we go in our little box of bits, we take that little anvil out, that's what they call it, an anvil. Put that back in the case and we get this little spreader one. And it doesn't fit. So why doesn't it fit? Okay, let's go and do a bit of research. We went back and looked at that again. We take the back plate out of there and we put that little former in there to go against the back of the pin. Then you just get one of these spindles out the box. Any of them will do, just to press the end of that link over there. So I'll try not to drop all the bits and just get this on. I hope this works. Because I don't know if I've got all the chain thing there. I'm going to get a socket on that. This one's crap. I smooshed it like, but I don't like it. Yeah, bit hit and miss this tool. Don't know if I can give it a recommendation, but I've dropped bits of it already. Yeah, I don't know if I could recommend it, but it's certainly done this job okay, just okay. I'll give it a second go, just to peen them over a little bit more. But I do know that rivet is not coming off. Anything is, it's a one-shot deal. Once you've gone a little bit off centre with it. the fastest tool, but it's not the slowest either. That's it, you know what? We're getting the hang of this now. Yeah, you just got to go over it a couple of times. That's the thing. So we'll forgive it a little bit. It's cheap, but they ain't coming off now. Let's find out how this goes back together, and then we'll pick our next job for execution. Alright, so with the hatred of chains out the way, underneath the bike again now. We had the oil out of it a couple of weeks ago. It was on that stand thing. But we're just going to seal it up, get the oil cooler back on, and get some fresh goo in it. Did notice this. If you're ever changing oil, probably know this already, so sorry if teaching you to suck eggs or whatever. That washer has never been changed. It's just been refitted and refitted and refitted until it flattened out that much. Like, there's the new one there. So that'll crack a sump. That if that's squished up like that, it's got no give. That could crack a sump or strip a thread. So for the sake of, like, whatever they are, 10 pence or something, swap them every time, you know. Just you don't know what size to get. Buy 5 different sizes. This one's 14mm. If you're working on a Bandit or GSXR or something like that, these are 14mm. So save you looking it up if you're working on the same as this. I also hate working on the floor, because my bike lift is out of action at the minute. I need to buy a new one. I can't buy a new one until I fix some more bikes. Right, that's as tight as I want to do that. So that could be forgot about now until about 500 miles or something. Let's get on to the oil cooler now. Right, after another searching for one of these little rubbers which had managed to disappear in the while we've been rolling around the frame and that, we found one on the scrap frame outside, so that's okay. We've got 2 rubbers on there for the oil cooler. These lines were on the engine when I got it, and I just left them on there for now just to keep it sealed. I'm just going to buzz them off and replace them with the ones I had on my old motor. That's still got a lot of oil in it. Great. Okay, that's one side. Same with that one. No, that is not drained yet. That's great. Okay. Now, let's just put a pan up. So that can drip for a minute while I go and get the other oil cooler and find some washers for us. Right, while we're under it, we've got them off. We may as well have the filter off at the same time. Gonna make a mess, may as well do it once. I could leave that filter on until I've flushed it through once or twice, but for what they cost, I'm not bothered. Right, good. The oil's actually really clean, so this motor's done nothing. It's all looking good so far. The oil cooler. Right. So there's a couple of sixes to go in there. I think I'll go shopping tomorrow and buy a big bag of penny washers because I can't find any at the minute. These are a little bit small for this job, but they'll hang it for now. I don't know, look at the minute. I just need to go and buy something else. Nice. Okay, now downstairs, let's get them oil lines connected. Wish they made these union bolts and stainless. These are ones you don't want to cross thread, otherwise you're going shopping for a new sump. That's as close as I want to go with them. It's okay. While we're here, we'll go find an oil filter. Waste oil on there. Normally I wouldn't do that, but it looks real clean that, so we're okay. Go on, that's it. Right. Okay, I don't see any reason why I can't pour some oil in that now. I'd rather have it in now than forget to do it later. What we lost? Bagging up. Bin. Yeah, that's a problem I'm just ignoring for now. Excellent. Stuck. Okay, now. Kidding, right? Now I'll try your favourite. Excellent. So we're snapping that then. The good thing is I don't care because I've got another hinge outside. I could take one off. Put that there where we can forget about it in 10 seconds. and you pour the blood in, it's like they're coming to life again. Not too fast. I don't know how much went in there. Loads. Well, we're just coming up. They're on. About half. I don't mind pouring extra in because we've got to fill the filter. What was this? Didn't even look. 4 litres. Left in there now. A bit over half a litre. I can see it in the window on the side stand. So that's close enough for us. We aren't going to seize it up. Right. We'll run it around the block and then top it up later. So put this to one side so I know that that's clean. Right, another little bit ticked off. Guys, I think I'm going to knock it on the head there for tonight. I know it doesn't look like I've done a lot done. We've fitted the oil cooler, we've done the oil filter, we've fitted the chain of sprockets. Not quite how I wanted, but enough to get us going anyway. I think tomorrow I'll come back and maybe smash out that back brake, make sure that's alright. I'd like to get the exhaust on because although the engines are the same, that exhaust has not been on this motor yet. I've got gaskets and stuff there, so we can do that tomorrow. Make sure it all fits. I think I've got one more little weld to finish on them. That's neither here nor there. So maybe tomorrow exhaust footrest, and we'll just keep on plugging away at it and see if we can get this thing back to life, like maybe a week or so. Now, I know it looks like hell. I'm not doing the cosmetics yet. I just want to get it reliable again. Pulling it apart after it's had a shakedown is dead easy. I'm not going to leave it in, I wouldn't leave it in bits for like 5 months again like I did, because most of the time I've spent here tonight has been looking for stuff that I've lost. Yeah, we'll pick up tomorrow. Cheers, thanks for watching, and thanks to everyone that subscribed. The numbers are coming up on that. I clocked it the other day. They were up to 370 something. So thank you very much, and if you want to subscribe, please do. It costs you nothing, and somewhere in the future it might help me out. I'll keep making this stuff, you know, if the numbers keep on going up, and hopefully maybe some more interesting than just resurrecting an old thing, you know, maybe something new. Thanks again, keep it between the ditches.